So the series Clipped is out, and we got Little C Murder in there from P Valley. He is one of the star basketball players in the series Clipped. I think that Clipped is based on a true story for the Clippers scandal. The team owner, his name is Donald Sterling, and he is played by none other than Al Bundy. So he has a wife, and her name is Shelly Sterling. Even though he has a wife, he definitely has a mistress that is making herself well known, and she goes by the name of V. What I do not like about V is that I heard her tell her friend that she was not black. So I'm like, girl, you are darker than Lawrence Fishburne. You're black. But anyway, the wife of the basketball team is going toe to toe with the mistress V all episode long. They are going tit for tat. So the wife still loves her husband and she hates the fact that her husband is cheating. And at the end of the day, girl, V continuously gets a smack in the face knowing that you are nothing to this guy. So it was hilarious because the husband bought V a Ferrari. And I mean, that Ferrari was Ferrari. And I was like, oh, okay. But if you dig deeper, come to find out, V has a whole bunch of gifts and no money. She got Donald Sterling to buy her a condo, but the wife is like, yo, all these gifts, I'm tired of it. We're going to do a lawsuit. So V doesn't have much money. So she's sitting here scared about the lawsuit and she's trying to vow for Donald's affection. Now, I had a feeling that Donald wasn't getting it in the bedroom because, you know, he seems like that type. He just likes something to look at. He likes something on his arm. He likes to flirt. But, you know, he's in that age. So I didn't think anything was going on, especially when the wife was like, they are not sleeping together. That like more than confirmed Donald has nothing going on. You have Lauren Fishburne, who plays Doc, which is the team manager. Now, he is trying to clear up stuff. And Donald is so racist. He told Doc, listen, you translate for me. You talk to the guys, meaning black people talk the same or in code. But what took me out or kind of upset me, I'm not even going to lie, because I believe that this goes on in the locker room. When he had the press walking through the locker room while the males were trying to get dressed, it reminded me, not that I was there, but it seemed to me like a slavery auctioning. You know, what the real Black Friday meant? It was deals with slaves and they'll be like, cough, let me see your arms. Let me see how strong you are. The walk that he had the press do in the locker room while the guys were not dressed, to me, that's what it seemed and felt like. Thank God Doc, the coach's manager, AKA Lauren Fishburne, walked in there and was like, cut this mess out. We are done. Now, V, the mistress, side chick, whatever, has been recording Donald this whole time with his permission because he said, oh, she's been jotting down and remembering stuff from me through our recordings. And the wife is like, oh, so she's been recording you? So this lets us know that legally it's going to be hard to throw out because it's not as if it was secretly and against his will. Now, if you look in her phone, she has everything neatly labeled. So every conversation she has, it's marked. So the first conversation comes out, she released it, and it says, don't bring black people to the game. He doesn't want her associated with black people. And that is very weird because the girl is very black to me. Yeah, they said she's black mixed with Mexican. Girl's black. The wife is like, let me fix this guy's will because he's out of control. And she's like nagging him to sign the thing. And he's giving smart comments. I didn't know you went to law school. So because he doesn't want to argue with her and go back and forth and he's always easily distracted, he just signs it. However, I didn't realize him and the wife built the team, built the companies, and built the businesses together. So I guess she is well in her right. The only thing is, you know, man's world, his name stands out in everything. And apparently, even though he likes to play and do all of this stuff, they had an agreement. But She does not like to be publicly embarrassed. V brought this on herself because she is like publicly embarrassing his wife. She is showing up, showing out, and Donald bought me my Ferrari in front of the wife's friends. And not only that, he had her on the floor with them, floor seats. And she wants to stand up and I'm here and dance and stuff like that. Honey, the next game, the wife had her up there in the suite. Now, okay, the suites, they're all the way upstairs in the stadium. However, have y'all ever been to the suite? The suite has its own bars, TV. It is it's like your own personal club up in the suites. I would prefer to be in the suites. But she likes the attention, so she's down there. But I'm just saying that was a sidebar. Like the suites is really where the games are. Pool tables, and it's so clean. So yeah. Anyway, I'd rather be up there because you get to watch the game or go in and party or come back out. And you playing whatever music you want in your suite. That was a side note anyway. So I noticed that every time V talks to Donald, she changed her voice. She can talk normal where she's like trying to get business done. But when she's around Donald, she goes, "How are you doing?" She dumbs herself down. Now, when he met her, she owned 2 food trucks. So she was doing her thing. Donald likes women that are doing their thing. And I guess at the end, her best friend told her, "Yo, you better get in his head or something, because maybe you need to help the lawsuit go away." She finally tells him, like, "We're not even sleeping together." But she tries to go over there and she's in lingerie. And Donald is like, you're making yourself look cheap. We don't even do that. And in my head, I'm like, all this pouncing around and all this stuff that she's been doing, now you want to stop her? The fact that I found out that the cheerleaders for the game get $85 a game, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people really don't make much money that's surrounded by all of these people. So I guess they're usually doing it for connections. Unfortunately, the wife did say she was a Virgo, so my gosh. And I really don't like the wife. I don't know why. I don't want to like her, but she's a Virgo. So we'll see how she ends up acting. And I get it. She's older. She's like 80 or something like that. I know they said 60, but she looks 80. So if she was insecure before, she got to be insecure now. However, Donald does have some kind of love for her. He cuts the woman off as needed. Like they come a dime a dozen. And V really wanted some kind of security. And she realized she cannot hold on to this lifestyle. Mind you, it is a full-time job taking care of this Donald fella. So Shelly Sterling, his wife, does not like publicity. So she is trying to get rid of everything. She doesn't want her husband involved because, her husband is the one that started dating this trash in her eyes. It's really V's fault why Donald is starting to want to cut her off, because she is overstaying her welcome in the wife's eye. So every time she does something too much, the wife is like, "Nah, dial it back, darling." So her birthday comes and she's like, "Donald, don't you want me to feel special?" So she gets to be on the court and this girl is twirling around on her green dress. And the basketball players is even looking at her like, this girl is out of her mind. Why is she twirling around on our floor in her dress? After that, she gets her passes revoked. She knows he has a wife. Stop embarrassing the wife. Play your position and you will continue to get gifts. But I think you're going to play it to the point where you're going to get cut off, as she should. But this is a different type of show and it's going to be fun to watch. So I'm going to kick back and I'm just going to watch this show. Who's with me with this? Comment, subscribe, but we are locked in. I am on Clipped. Well, I'm doing reviews on it, so.